let your technique slide when you're ducking because you don't have to worry about dodging any punches. There's 5 common things that we see people do wrong when they're ducking and integrating that defensive move into their punching combinations. So the first thing that we see people do is drop their hands. So when they go to duck, they may start with their hands up at their guard, but as they duck, they'll start to drop their hands down and then replace them when they get back up to the top of the position. The problem with this is if you were actually boxing, the whole time your hands are down, you're vulnerable to strikes to the head. Yes, again, your heavy bag will not hit you back, but you still want to do this properly to get the most out of it. So when you duck, the fix is make sure your elbows are in, your hands are up in your guard the whole entire time you are ducking. The second common mistake we see people make is improper head position. They either keep their head too high and they look up at their target, or they look down at the floor as they duck. So this is the way this will look. So if they're keeping their head up, they're ducking, but the whole time their head is up and they're staring at that target on the bag with the chin raised. The other thing that they'll do is as they duck, because they're moving down, their head will look down and now they're looking at the floor. The way you need to fix this is keep the chin tucked and the eyes up. So your hands are up, you're not looking up, you're not looking down, your chin is just tucked, eyes are still on your target, you're looking kind of up through your eyebrows as you duck. So again, head's not up, head's not down, chin is tucked, eyes are up. So that is the fix to the proper head position. The third common mistake we see is people hinging too much at the hips and dropping their chest down versus making it more squat-like and bending at the knees while keeping the chest up. So the mistake looks like this. They will hinge at the hip and just roll through the low back and keep their body, their upper body, almost parallel to the ground as they bend down. What you need to do, the fix to that, is bend more at the knees. So you're not only hinging at the hip. So you kind of squat down, maintain the proper body position, and come back up. Again, don't just hinge at the hips and waist and bring your body parallel to the ground. Make sure you're bending at the knees and coming underneath that punch. The fourth common mistake people make is a little bit more advanced and complicated. It's very easy to duck and kind of squat down and up and stay pretty much stationary as you do this. Ideally, your defensive move of ducking should lead into an offensive move of punching. So the common mistake people make, again, is just kind of moving down and up, down and up. And ideally, you want to get some body and trunk rotation into this movement pattern. Again, this is a little bit more advanced, but it's supposed to look like this. As I duck, let's say I'm going to duck a little bit more to the right, I'm going to duck down and kind of roll my body to the right, so I'm prepping for a cross or a punch from the right side. If I'm ducking to the left, I'm coming down and kind of rolling my body to the left, rotating to the left, so I could throw a jab or a left hook. So again, practice rolling and rotating versus just moving up and down. So the mistake again is kind of just to come up and down versus using that defensive move and rotating and rolling your body to prep for the next punch. And the last common mistake we see people make is as they're trying to step and duck, that they square up too much. It is not wrong to move as you duck, it's just about getting yourself in the right position. So the mistake will look like this. Somebody may be moving to the right as they duck to the right, and then they'll end up square with their target, the heavy bag. So again, not wrong, you need to know where your target is. The fix to this is, again, remembering where your target is. So as I duck, if I'm going to the right, I need to reset my left foot so that I can punch at the target versus all of a sudden being square. So to make this last one make a little bit more sense, I'm going to show you the wrong way and the right way to do it. So what it looks like to square up is, let's say you're throwing your combination and the next piece is to duck to the right and throw across. So they'll plant this front foot, they'll duck and step right and then throw the cross from here, but you can see I'm square, no longer in my stance and trying to punch at that target, which is right here. The proper way to do this is after I duck to the right, I'm going to replace my left foot so that I am in my stance. So I will duck, replace the left foot, and then throw. So now I'm in my stance in relation to the target and still making contact where I'm supposed to make contact on the bag. We hope you guys found that video helpful. If you liked it, be sure to give us a thumbs up. Practice those skills at home and then bring it back into the gym for your boxing workout. Remember, the more you can add different elements into your punching combinations like defensive moves of ducking, the better your workout will be. Stay tuned for next week's Tip Tuesday and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.